What's going on, Jam Fam? Welcome back to the Gaming Station. So today we got a new podcast going. We got No Wifi on the line. If you guys don't know who No Wifi is, he's the one of the mods in my Discord server, and he also has his own YouTube channel. What's going on, Wi-Fi?
Hello. How's it going?
It's going good. We're just hanging out. You and I just finished our power play session. We won 2 games, so I'm in a good mood about that. And you didn't yell at me today, so I mean that's nice.
We're going for the big 800 in power play.
Yeah, we set our goals low for 800. We're at, what are we at, like 600 right now?
Somewhere around there.
So we're cutting it close. So real quick, do you want to describe your YouTube channel in a nutshell?
I post whenever I feel like it, and I rarely have ideas, so it's never consistent.
Yeah. What's your favorite type of video to make for your channel?
Meme edits.
Meme edits? Yeah. I know you just did one on the recent Brawl Talk. You just put that out a couple days ago. That was pretty funny.
Could have done it Saturday if I knew how to do audio.
All right. So the first question is like the generic podcast question I got for you. When and why did you start your YouTube channel?
So I started it April 24th of this year, and it's kind of a funny story of why we started. So me and my friends, we would always if we had a really crazy game, we would always record it and send it to each other. So then I was just like, why don't I just do this on YouTube? And then yeah, kind of went from there.
Yeah. So then you ended up getting into the meme stuff and all that.
Yeah. Then I got into editing and whatever.
Yeah. Instead of just posting whole games, you just did edits and all that. How long did it take you to learn how to edit? I know you do a lot on the phone, right?
Yeah. So when I first started, I had no editing experience, and I actually edited with iMovie, because and then I noticed a lot of people used KineMaster, and that's when I really got somewhat good at editing.
Yeah,
if you would say.
Started learning how to use a little more feature-oriented editor, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I have a Samsung, and their built-in editor is very basic. It's just cut. You can do some color correction in it, but there's no transitions.
iMovie is less than that.
Yeah, all you can do is cut, really.
Pretty much.
All right. How'd you start playing Brawl Stars?
Well, I used to be really big in the Clash of Clans. I played it for sometimes so long it would tell me to take a break.
You pushed it to the limit.
Yeah, on weekends I would play 8 hours a day. I don't know why and how I thought it was so fun, but I was addicted to it. And then they had the thing saying their new game was coming out. I was like, if Clash of Clans is this good, must be pretty good. So then but I wasn't sure until a couple weeks after it went global, and then and then I stopped about when Rosa came out.
Yeah, that's when I quit too.
And then I started back early this year.
Yeah, that was a terrible meta right there.
Worse than the Surge meta.
Oh yeah. I came back when they released B and Max. And I don't even know why I came back. I think because I was playing Clash Royale too, and I got so bored of Clash Royale after Clan Wars came out last year, or I guess it came out 2 years ago. Well, anyway, I just got really bored of it, and I just re-downloaded Brawl Stars, and I forgot why I ever put the game down. Other than Rosa, there's literally nothing wrong with the game in my opinion.
Yeah, same.
And then I got into Clash Royale, and then that's what transitioned me into Brawl Stars, just because when it came out global, I was like, I'll give it a shot, and then I fell in love with the game. And then Rosa came
I never
out.
really got into Clash Royale.
No. I used to like it a lot, and then everything went stale about it, and I just ended up putting it down. I couldn't.
That happened to me with Clash of Clans. I don't really play it that much anymore because they don't really change much. It's every town hall, it's the exact same. They don't add things or anything.
Yeah.
It's mainly just new troops and stuff, so it kind of got boring.
Yeah. I don't know how it is now, but I know that they added that Dark Elixir world. I've never played the game before, but from my understanding, that's a radically different style of the game. So maybe if you went back to it, you'd like it a little more now.
I still play it every week or so.
Yeah, open it up once in a while.
Yeah.
All right. So who's your favorite brawler to play right now?
Well, I would say probably like Rico or Mortis
Oh, you're so basic.
because these people probably don't know, but AR,
Uh,
he is Rico Sweat.
he is.
Makes him fun to play, and he looks fun to play. And then we all know just Mortis is Mortis,
Yeah, everyone's favorite
especially in
brawler.
Brawl Ball. Especially in Brawl Ball.
Yeah, once you learn how to do trick shots with Mortis, you can, have success with him. But I don't really like playing Mortis because I feel like he's so matchup based. It's very frustrating when you don't have brawlers that you can specifically target.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather play a brawler like Carl that isn't gonna have like a bad matchup.
Yeah, he can't really have a good matchup, but he won't have a bad matchup.
Right, and I'd rather take that any day because at least then I know that everything I do is, or like it's more skill based for me. Like it's not matchup dependent. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as far as Rico, I agree. Rico could be like a super satisfying brawler to play once you learn how to bounce his shots right, which is something that I'll never be able to do. So I don't even bother.
Same.
I don't even bother picking him up because it's just his skill cap is so high, and the amount of effort I can put into another brawler is gonna get me more rewards in my opinion.
Yeah, I play Rico more like I play Colt instead of like a bunch of bounces.
Right. Yeah.
I just kind of aim.
All right. So now we're gonna start talking about the update a little bit. Are you excited about Lou being added to the game?
Well, I feel like, well, yes, of course, because it's a new brawler that I will not get, and I feel like he will be pretty good, and I feel like he'll be somewhat balanced compared to Amber
Yeah.
and
Oh,
Surge.
I mean, well, they were like ridiculously overpowered.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he does too much damage based on the brawl talk, and just kind of seems like a better version of Colt.
I don't know if he's gonna be better than Colt. My opinion on Lou is that he's gonna be weak. He's gonna be like Gale on release, where he's gonna have one small niche, and that's gonna be like controlling. So he'll be good in like gem grab and siege. But I don't think he's gonna do enough damage to be viable in more modes than that.
I
And
feel like his main attack might be underpowered, but his super might be really good because of the area denial.
yeah. Did they haven't confirmed his star powers or nothing yet, have they?
Not that I know of.
Yeah. Because I was thinking, I don't know if everyone can correct me if I'm wrong. I thought that the super giving him the slow ability, like how he lands a shot, it gives the slow effect
Mhm.
after you land a certain amount. I thought the supercharging that bar, I thought that was going to be one of his star powers, but
I think it's just a regular, basic mechanic.
okay, that's just a regular feature to his super.
I think so.
Like I said, I didn't watch Kairos times Brawl or
Neither did I.
his Lou Olympics yet. I know it's out there. I just haven't watched it, so I don't know like a ton about him. How do you feel about the changes being made to getting chromatics out of boxes?
Well, it makes it more of like it can be good and bad because it's kind of better for like the pro players because they can easily get to tier 30.
Mm-hmm.
But with like the free to play players, they get to tier 30 way at like the end of the season,
Yeah.
and it lowers their chances of getting it a lot. But it's also like kind of good because now you won't see videos on YouTube like I got Lou in one box, not clickbait. You don't see garbage like that on YouTube.
I mean, there could still be clickbait like that.
Yeah, but now people will know it's kind of not really true.
So, I've already said this many times, but I'm not a fan of these changes. I think it hurts the free to play community more than it helps.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of it either.
I think it hurts the free to play community more than it helps the whale community, because now the people who were gonna get Lou anyway were going to gem up to get him. That way, they could use the boxes to max him out on the way.
Yeah,
back.
all the YouTubers and stuff, they gem the Brawl Pass, so it's not like they are grinding to get it.
Right.
So it hurts all of the people who cannot afford to do that, because that's like a lot. That's like $50 just to get to tier 30.
And then, in my opinion, now what you're doing is you're cutting the player base that's available to test out the brawler, because obviously there's only so much playtesting they can do. So if the brawler is going to be strong on release, this isn't specifically to Lou. This would be a problem that if they had done with Surge. The player base is going to be so much smaller. It's only going to be the people who you expect to excel with a brawler, no matter how strong they are, that are going to have that brawler. And now, because your player base is so much more limited in who's going to have that brawler for at least a month, you don't know how truly balanced that brawler is until the masses get it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's like you don't know how good they are except for just listening to what your pro player YouTubers tell you.
Right, and you gotta.
Because
Oh,
you can't really try it out for yourself, and you can't really see other people try it because you're not going to see it for the first couple weeks unless they gem the Brawl Pass.
they don't really. They listen to pro players' feedback, but they also take it with a grain of salt because there's people that cry for like buffs to certain brawlers, but at the same time they don't listen to them. Like Crow's an example, you know what I mean? There's pro players that'll ask for a Crow buff or something like that,
Yeah.
or a rework to him. That way he's more viable in 3v3s while still trying to be strong in Showdown. But they don't do the, and Dynamite's another one. Like they don't do those things because they're more worried about the mass player base, not specifically the competitive scene. I still feel like Quest could use a rework because there's a lot of quests that are just frustrating to get.
Yeah, and I feel like they can rework it that you actually get quests you can play.
Yeah.
Like half of the times I get quests, it's like deal 100,000 damage in bounty, but bounty's not even in the rotation.
Yeah, they should fix that too. And then there's quests that don't make sense to the mode. You know what I mean? Like I had one heal 30,000 HP in bounty, but the objective in bounty isn't to heal; it's to do damage. So why is that even?
Yeah, I had that quest, but it was in heist, so I thought it said deal. So then I chose. So then I went crazy on the safe and I destroyed the whole safe, and then I got like 1,000 heals because no one attacked me because it was just a base race.
Yeah.
So then it like makes people play differently because you're just like trying to get damaged, so then you can heal.
Yeah, you're not actually playing your objective. You're more just focusing on your quest. And then I think
Yeah.
another change they can make is those like deal damage things in modes like Siege and Heist. They should make it so that when you do damage to a stationary target, it still counts towards your damage because you're still dealing damage and you're playing the mode.
It gets kind of annoying when it's just to like players.
Yeah, because then you're not incentivized to actually play the game to win. You're more incentivized to try to finish your quest if you have that mindset. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. How do you feel about the changes to the drop rates with chromatic style affecting drop rates?
Well, I feel like it was kind of needed because, well, you could get like a chromatic brawler from a box and then still have like a 0.3 legendary chance. So it would make it possible that you could get like a chromatic and then like the next box you could get like Leon or something. So I feel like it's not necessarily a bad change, but it was kind of, it's like, it's not very bad, but it's not gonna make anyone happy either. It's more of just like a reasonable change.
Yeah, I'm kind of coming down from my initial thoughts where it was bad. I kind of wish it was their own drop rates, but because at this point I feel like they don't really know what they want to do with chromatic brawlers because you get brawlers like Gale where they feel more like an epic, but then you get brawlers like Lou where they have features that make them feel more like a legendary. So
yeah,
it's kind of like they just are making brawlers, slapping the chromatic tag on them, and not really thinking about how these mechanics are going to fit within other classes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's I feel like the thing that they did, which it like lowers rarity, I can see how it can be good for free to play players, but it kind of just makes you feel like you get much more happy saying like, oh, I got Gale as a legendary instead of like, oh, I got Gale as an epic.
Right, waiting 6
And
months.
then also by the time it gets to epic, it's most likely not even going to be viable in the meta.
Right, like Gale and Surge are like a perfect example where they were Gale wasn't super strong when he came out, but after they buffed him, he was really good. And then Surge was obviously broken when he came out, but now if you get him, it's like they're balanced, but they're not fun to play anymore, you know?
Yeah.
Like, at least when you still pull Amber, like, even after her nerfs, when you pull Amber, she's still very strong, and you're still excited to play her, and you want to push her, but,
yeah, and also she seems like a fun brawler. Like, with Gale, after I unlocked him, I had him at about 100 trophies for about 3 weeks after I got him, because I just didn't want to play him.
And he was a lot more fun when his jump pad was still viable, but now the jump pad is, like, worthless, so
Yeah, and that was also before I had the jump pad. When I got the jump pad, then I really pushed him up, and it was actually very fun. In Showdown, you could like jump around everywhere.
Right.
But now it's kind of boring because the jump pad is basically useless.
Right. It jumps you like 3 tiles. You might as well just walk it.
It's mainly it's only really good when you're trying to cross walls.
Yeah. I think that as soon as they give him a new gadget, that jump pad's gonna be dead. No one's gonna use it. How are you liking the map maker so far?
I actually really like the idea about being able to vote for it and having it submitted into a rotation where everyone can play. The only problem I have with it is that there are people who make like a bunch of accounts and then they will play the map and then upvote it.
Yeah, right.
And then you get terrible maps like where it's just like a bunch of water and then everyone's like surrounded on the gem mine. And you get terrible maps like that in rotation where everyone has to play it if they want to test out maps. And that's like the downfall I see with it is where you can just make a bunch of accounts and vote your map up into 10 votes. And I feel like they should make some sort of prevention for that. I don't know how they would do it, but they should. And I feel like if they do that, then I would really like it. But otherwise, I say it's very good for beta though.
Yeah. I wonder how they're gonna filter out those troll maps because I haven't queued up to any. Well, I've played I think 3 maps on the test slot, like the public test slot,
Mhm.
and I actually didn't queue up to any troll maps. But I've seen on Twitter a bunch of people getting stuck in maps that were mazes, people that were getting stuck on maps like you said that were everybody right on top of the gem mine, and it's just not fun to play. It's just chaos, and it's
Yeah,
like,
I saw there's one in my Discord server that Nugget showed.
uh-huh.
Yeah, it was just everyone on top of each other.
It's
And that it's those maps that really just makes you mad that like either other people voted for it or they just made a bunch of accounts to vote for it.
right, or just got their friends to join on and be like, "Hey, can you upvote my map so I can get it in competition?"
Yeah.
And then the one thing I do really like about the map maker so far is all the mini games that we can make as a community.
Yeah. I've also seen one where I think we did it on your stream. It was the big boss one. There's like a big middle part and then one person's the boss and they break all the boxes and they have about 17 cubes.
Yep.
16 or 17. And then you have to try to kill them. That's a really fun one. But it's mini games like those that are not meant to be submitted for
the public, and then they will get submitted because if people upvote them, you know what I mean. Then you get stuck on that map, and thankfully it's not worth trophies. So when you do get stuck on those troll maps, it's just like you can close the game and come back later.
I feel like Brawl Stars should have some sort of thing that filters out all those troll maps that are unplayable.
I just have no idea how they would do it. Like, how do you set a program to actually look at a map and figure out if it's a troll map or not?
Yeah.
And there's no way they could have people actually review every single map that gets submitted.
Yeah, they have too many maps for that.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously the event winner slot will get reviewed by people, and then they'll pick from the map that has the most upvotes that is actually a legit map and not a troll map.
Yeah.
But as far as it's just something I don't. As far as the random map event slot, I don't know how they're gonna fix that.
It's a great slot for to play other people's maps and see what they have to make, but it also is a good slot to give you ideas for your own maps to submit to people.
Yeah.
And it can show you what kind of maps you need to beat to actually get into like the trophies event slot.
Right. Things that they could add to map maker. Do you got any ideas of that?
Well, obviously, I think some sort of filter, and I feel like they should add maybe like some interesting blocks that they don't have in maps that are in the game, but they are like just for map maker.
Right.
Or they can make it so you can like add like special stuff like you can like change the outside where like you know how in like some maps there's like an outside part where you can see.
You're talking
you
like
can like
in like Snowtell they got the buildings on the edges, or like Poco
Yeah.
Stand how there's like the primo ring and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then like the PSG when there's bots.
Yes.
Yeah, they should. You can like customize those. You can put like bots in wherever you want, and then like flags and stuff.
Yeah, that would be nice. I think one thing they should add, at least to the showdown, you should be able to add your multiplier or your modifiers in. So big bot, energy drink, meteor.
Oh yeah,
I think that you should be able to add that to showdown.
yeah, that would be really fun.
Yeah, and then you could like set a specific spot for like the bots to spawn. Instead of it just spawning right in the middle, you could have it spawn like off to the corner or something like that. And
Yeah,
and if you could change the timer on how long it takes the bot to spawn, that would be cool.
I feel like they could also I don't know how they would add this if they were to, but you could like make your own like idea for an event modifier,
Mm-hmm.
and then you could like I don't know how, but like somehow create it in game and then send it to Supercell, and then they can like approve it.
So we're about through all my questions right now. What are you looking forward to in December, and what would you like to see added for the Brawler Days update, the December one?
Oh, well, there's probably gonna be a new environment. Probably not, because Mr. Peace no tell, but if there was, that would be weird. I'm probably gonna look for new skins. Hopefully not just the pirate skins and the regular Brawler Day skins.
Right.
Maybe there's probably gonna be a new brawler. I don't really know what trio would go with. Maybe
Well, we still
I
need
for-
we still need one for Max, so I would like maybe
oh
another.
yeah, maybe
superhero.
like maybe like a villain kind of brawler.
Ooh, I said they should make a villain trio personally.
Oh, like a separate trio?
Yeah, like a separate trio so you'd have three heroes and three villains.
Maybe.
I think that would be cool. I'm hoping they bring back Present Plunder. I hope they bring that back.
Oh yes, yes. I love Present Plunder.
Yeah, and I'm hoping for like another Carl skin or another BB skin. We're probably not gonna get a BB skin, but because she just got.
We all
one.
wish for a BB skin.
I know, right? She just got one, and then they got the other one that's coming eventually, maybe, possibly. What rarity do you think the next brawler will be?
Well, considering the fact that the last rare brawler they added was Rosa, I'm kind of hoping it's a rare brawler.
I'm thinking that they need to add. Personally, I think they should add a Trophy Road brawler to 10K.
Maybe, or maybe they need to rework the Trophy Road. I feel.
Obviously, all those boxes right now are all placeholders, so like.
Yeah.
I think eventually, at least up to like 20K, they need to rework. From 16 to 20, they need to rework that, and I would like to see them add another brawler or two to Trophy Road, personally.
I would also like to see them add like an experience road, because experience at this point in the game is basically useless.
Yeah, you just use it to get tokens.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I would like to see them like add rewards for it. Like maybe instead of like actual brawlers for experience, you can get like special skins for brawlers or something like that. That would be really cool if they added that.
I was thinking maybe not skins, but maybe pins. Like you get specific pins,
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, so at least you could unlock pins when you hit a new trophy rank or something.
Cause it's like, oh, I leveled up. I got to level 140 in experience. Not like that matters, but
Yeah. All right, well, that's gonna wrap it up.
that is gonna wrap it up.
Thanks for coming on the channel, man. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
So let me know what you guys think about the podcast. Anything you guys want to comment on, drop it down in the comments. We'll talk about it. I always like to engage with you guys. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.